Here it is, Mavic 4 Pro. Let's do the first flight. Look how strange this drone looks. It just has such a human-like face to it, but in the strangest way. But this of course means that we can now shoot vertical and spin the camera 360 degrees. So that opens up quite a lot of options. Flippity doodah. With the joystick still on, I think people have been waiting for this for a long time, and it's finally here. And look at that, I forgot about that. Vertical screen. All right, sending it. I'm in the air now, locking in my first shots here in Landmannalaugar. There's quite a lot of wind up there. One of my first observations is that this drone is incredibly smooth. Get a little reveal here coming up over the mountain. Cool. So we have 1x, 2.5x, and 6x lenses. I'm going to try and cycle through each one now. So I've just turned into the 2.5x lens for the very first time. Looks absolutely incredible, and that's probably the thing that I'm most excited for about the Mavic 4 is the increased quality of the tele lenses. Now I've just gone into 6x. We have full D-log. Full D-log on the 6x lens. Are you kidding me? I've literally clicked record like 4 times and I probably have a sequence out of it already. All right, so I'm about to take my first photo on this drone. Here we go. It's going to be a stitch with the 2.5x lens. I'm really liking the light falling off the left side of frame. I look forward to seeing the detail on that. Six times lens. Let's get that. 1, 2, stitcheroo, right? I just turned the drone 90 degrees and I can see a beautiful peak way off in the distance with the 6x. Just so curious the quality when I get home, because that's been one of the biggest challenges with the Mavic 3 Pro is when you go to that 7x lens, the quality just really isn't there to the extent that you would want. So maybe that's a thing of the past. Next up, just locking in some wides. I found this very beautiful cloud. And the ground is quite shadowed, so I look forward to seeing how much I can bring back the shadow details by boosting the shadows in DaVinci. What I love about the zoom lenses on the drones is if you just scan the landscape, you can find things that you would have never otherwise even considered for a photo. I need to get some more video. I keep doing photos. Always hard to know what to do. I'm gonna get both. Lovely. I think that could be a cool photo too. F2, by the way, that's something new. Extra low light performance. I will take that. All right, final shot here. I am just rolling on the sun with the 1x lens and I can really see that star-shaped flare. And I believe this is quite unique to this drone. It's very beautiful. This is a crazy flight for the very first flight on this drone. Feeling quite stoked, honestly. Very interesting observation, because the shape of the drone is now like more curved on the sides. It was quite hard to actually get a grip while it was still flying. So I might have to reimagine or re-engineer the way that I catch the drone. And I also forgot on this flight to shoot in vertical mode. I'm so used to stitching everything. I mean, you saw that I did a bunch of stitches. Now I can just spin the lens and maybe just get it in one shot. All right, guys, going in for round 2. It's getting darker. It's kind of like blue hour vibes. I want to test the low light performance. I'm going to try out the f2.0 aperture, see if I can push the ISO a little bit. Let's get it up in the sky. So pushing into 800 ISO on the 1x lens now. Yes, wow. Crazy to be getting this amount of light in. I mean, on the Mavic 3, I would of course push the ISO if needed, but by 800, I would definitely be feeling the negative effects of that. I have absolutely no idea how this footage is going to look, but based on the screen, it looks very clean. And it's not common, at least in my experience of cameras, that you're able to bump incremental stops of ISO beyond the native range and actually get clean shots. So if this camera can do that, then you have real flexibility to control the ISO. Let's bump it up for our little return journey to 1600 ISO. I'm going to roll on this. I'm kind of top down over the mountains. And let's kind of track with the mountain. I'm super curious about this footage. Such beautiful conditions right now, honestly. So that concludes day one with the Mavic 4 Pro. So far, extremely impressed by what I'm seeing just on the controller screen. Vertical camera mode, this Infinity Gimbal, it's interesting to me. Requires further testing, I would say, at this point, because I'm so used to doing vertical stitches from the landscape orientation camera. I think it's video that is really going to be the groundbreaking change for the vertical gimbal function. It is venturing into a territory beyond anything anyone has ever seen with a drone. So overall, this is extremely exciting. Alright guys, I am down from the glacier. It is a new day of testing of the Mavic 4 Pro, and I felt like on my last shoot I didn't really make full use of the vertical axis shooting mode and also the Infinity Gimbal with the roll opportunities. So I wanted to put those to the test today to round out my overall thoughts on what this new Mavic 4 Pro can truly offer us and level up the possibilities of aerial cinematography. Now, the first thing that I thought was extremely cool and comfortable about the vertical workflow is that you can just tilt the screen 90 degrees and boom, the camera will automatically adjust and now you are shooting in vertical mode. Now, the first and only real flaw that I've found in this drone so far is the tilt axis limitations when shooting in vertical mode. You only have about 10 degrees of flexibility when it comes to the tilt, meaning that you can't really get top-down shots in vertical mode. There is a caveat to that, and that is that if you are top-down on a subject, that already is a landscape and a vertical shot. You can just rotate it in post and there you have it. So we're missing really a little bit of flexibility when it comes to composition in vertical mode. However, as you move to the 2x and the 6x lenses, the movement of the camera is exponentially more, meaning that I feel like there was a lot more flexibility for composing shots, tilting up and down with the gimbal when I was on those longer lenses. I also put the roll axis to the test by trying out some wide establishing shots where I roll into a scene. So I'm starting off axis and then ending at a straight horizon. And I think this could actually be quite cool. So since coming down from the highlands and the snowy scenes that I captured, I've managed to put those into DaVinci and work through the grade and truly get an understanding of the dynamic range and possibilities when it comes to the Mavic 4 footage. And all I can say is that I'm extremely impressed. There is significantly better noise performance as you move through the ISO ranges up to even 1600 on the wide and the 2x lens, and open up a total new realm of possibilities of how you can use the Mavic in the field. So overall, I'm just extremely impressed by this drone, and I look forward to bringing it on future shoots. I'm about to go to the high Arctic in Svalbard. I'll have the drone with me and try and create some different examples of what this drone can do. So thank you all for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from Iceland and the Arctic, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.